1, 2, 3.
That was
loud.
My ear.
That one was loud. That was right next to you.
It was.
I'm sorry. Anyway, welcome back, guys. Twisted Glass Productions. What are we going to do? What are we going to talk about? What are we doing? Where are we at? I had a lot of sleep now and some caffeine, and we're all set. What's up?
I'm deaf out of my left ear.
Yeah, clapped in his ear. You can see it on here. It's all over the place.
We are reviewing Trauma by Prevail.
Okay.
I went brain dead for a
You
second.
went retarded. Sorry, that's offensive to some of you people out there on the internet. Welcome back, internet.
Fucking Edgelord John over here.
I'm getting all fucking offensive and shit. Anyway, let's continue. Let's move on. It's going to be Prevail's newest album, Trauma. It just released last week or so.
Yeah, last week.
Cool. We're going to try to keep this minimal like we did the last time. What did we get to?
Last 2 times.
Last fucking 3.
3?
Whatever.
3?
I don't know. Fuck it. I Prevail. Personally, I like them a lot. They remind me of a more poppy-ish version of A Day to Remember. And we talked about A Day to Remember last week.
We did.
And I really like that album, and I really like this band. They're really cool. They have 3 albums. They have Heart vs. Mind, which is their first one that came out in 2014. And then they have Lifelines that came out in 2016. And then now in 2019, they have Trauma. And Trauma is 13 tracks long, just like their last album. And then their first album only had 8 tracks. Anyway. Going on with Trauma, what are your thoughts? Go.
Well, with this, you see with this album, John.
What?
See,
Did you just mumble?
You see with this album, sir.
This album.
This album right here.
This one.
This one, Trauma. Solid record. I enjoyed it. It was, to me, it was a great mix of every style that they do.
Yep.
Each fucking style was turned up a notch in this record. There was a lot of super pop shit, and then there was some hippity hoppity shit, and then the non-clean singer Alex.
Yeah, I guess
he can rippity rap a little bit.
Yeah, I heard that in one of those songs.
Yeah, he can rippity rap and scream, and then they did a couple rocky ones, and then it was just a good mix of everything that they do. To me, it's a solid record to show this is all we can do as a band, and you don't really know what the next record's going to be.
True.
Because they can do a lot of shit.
Yeah, they didn't limit themselves. You get the metalcore sound, you get the pop punk sound, you get the rap sound, like he mentioned. Kind of hit you in the face with Bow Down's pretty heavy track. They're walking really fucking loud upstairs, and I'm sorry about that. And we're going to just have to leave that in because we're going to do a one-take video every time we do this because I don't feel like fucking editing. But Bow Down is your opening track.
Yes.
It's your opening track. It's one of the singles that came out with it. It's solid. Paranoid, in my opinion, I think is kind of like what happened on the A Day to Remember album. Paranoid on here was fantastic. And then when you go on the rap that he's talking about, if I remember correctly, it's on Every Time You Leave featuring Delaney Jane, or is it the Justin Stone song? I get it mixed up. But there is hip hop sounds on here. The unclean vocalist is pretty dope. And it's just kind of an album that goes all over the place in terms of emotions because human.
It's a feely record.
It is. It's a very feely record. It makes you think and feel certain things, and sometimes you kind of have to turn it off because you don't want to be in that headspace. And it's a good record. I give it with everything that's going on with it. It's pretty fun. There's some times when I get to the end of the record. By the time you get to Goodbye, I'm not really wanting to listen to the songs after that personally. It feels like the album is over at that point whenever you hit track 11, which is Goodbye. It feels like you're getting to the end of the record for me personally. But I think it's going in order from their first album to their latest album in terms of how I prefer their music.
Yeah.
So it goes 1, 2, 3. First album, second album, third album. They are a band that got a lot of bullshit in the past because when they first came out, they got really big because they did a Taylor Swift cover, Blank Space, that wasn't on a Pop Goes Punk album or anything like that, but it was Pop Goes Punk inspired.
Yes.
In that sense. So
and that blew them the fuck up.
Yeah, and a lot of people who are on YouTube and other places that they're trying to get recognized, like on Apple Music and on iTunes, as well as SoundCloud and Spotify and all those places that are making this type of music, it kind of was a slap in the face in the genre for a lot of people, only because they got a Taylor Swift song that was very popular, did a metalcore cover of it, and then blew the fuck up, and then their album came out. Their whole Heart vs. Mind album came out, which I personally believe is their best work, just because I like that sound more. But with this Trauma record, let's go back. With the Trauma record, Paranoid, basically the first half of the record for me is going to stand out the most.
Yeah.
I really like it a lot. I give it a solid 6 out of 10 on that scale, just because it's not super awesome. It's not super, it's catchy, but it's not horrible. It's not like a 3. It's not like a 2, but the writing's good. The everything is kind of personal, so you get that out of it. It's pretty cool. I like it.
Yeah.
And yours?
I give it an 8 out of 10 because of how good it is in terms of them doing every style that they can do in one record and not fucking it up.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome. The song that stands out to me the most is Hurricane because of these lyrics in particular right before the chorus. That's the word. Chorus is lately I don't give a fuck because I can't be myself when I'm with anyone. Maybe I'm already gone. I'll never be the same. Hit me in the heart. Hit me right in the heart.
I mean, it's relatable. There's a lot of stuff that's with it. They're dudes who are in there.
Caught me and I was like, fuck. I felt that.
Yeah, there are a bunch of dudes that are really down to earth. When they were talking about creating this record, who's the clean singer? What's his name?
Not Alex.
Not Alex. The other guy, the blonde dude. What's his name?
I got this.
Look it up. He's gonna look it up, but him.
What is his name?
I'll go on with it.
Think of it.
But basically, his whole entire reasoning for writing the lyrics that he wrote was because he was battling a depression. He was battling that insomnia and going through those emotions that everybody goes through but never talks about. And then Brian, when they do talk about it, they get shunned for it. And I'm not shunning them specifically because my rating 6 out of 10 is just because of the way the music flows and the way that the album flows isn't to my ear. To give a little bit of an idea of where my musical taste has been lately, it's been more so in the heavier stuff. That's also of this type of music, but I would say lyrically this type of thing, but it's been in a more heavier genre, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
I've been listening to a band called Blood Youth, and their newest album that came out last year or this year is hitting all the points of music that I like to listen to, and that could be a whole different discussion. That'll probably be something special on the Instagram that I talk about individually. But this Prevail record, I listened to it maybe once or twice all the way through, and the first half of the record sticks out. The second half of the record kind of blends in for me. That's why it's a 6 out of 10.
I got you. That makes sense.
I mean, that's the only thing. But that's pretty much it, guys. Did you have anything else to add about it?
Check them out. They're really fucking dope. A lot of the earlier videos, they kind of did themselves, and you can tell. Yeah. And it's fucking awesome to watch them grow from those kind of almost DIY
type of videos,
to what they're doing now is pretty fucking dope.
Seeing them go from in their own home studio in an extra bedroom that they have to going out and actually going to a real studio and getting everything done professionally. There is a change in quality from first album to last album, but it's really cool. I like it. I mean, they're not a bad band. Yeah. I would love to see them live. They do sound... Well, I have seen them live. I'm a liar. I did see them live at Warped Tour the last time they were here in our town. And they put on a pretty good show. They're really, really nice people. You could just tell that by the time they got to our city, they were just really tired. They were done. It was in the middle of summer. It was a World Tour show.
We were always towards the last part of the tour.
Yeah, and it's always good to see a band whenever they're at the beginning of the tour. But that's it. We kind of touch a little bit on YouTube, this platform, a little bit on our podcast. If you guys want to go listen to that, it's on Apple Podcast. It's a 2-hour episode.
That was an adventure.
Yeah, we went all over the place, and it was. I think it was a fun listen. It was a fun talk. If everything we talk about. Literally everything. It goes from WWE all the way to YouTube being a fucking evil corporation. No offense, don't fucking delete our video, but yeah.
Probably shouldn't say that on a YouTube video.
Fuck it, we said it. It's a freedom of speech.
Again, it's not a we. He said it.
We both said it.
He said it on this video.
I said it here, but we both said it on the podcast.
We did.
And it's on SoundCloud. It's on Apple Podcast. It's on Google Play. So we're all everywhere. We're holding off for Spotify because Spotify still hasn't gotten their shit together yet.
When it comes to the new regulations, they're still trying to fight it.
So there's laws and regulations that are going on, and that's kind of the reason why we don't put any of the people that we're listening to into the video, is because automatic takedown.
Except for the first time.
Yeah, except for the first time, because we actually talked to the people who own the music, and Prison was like cool with us making that review, so that's why.
Yeah.
But all the other ones, we don't know anybody personally. This is our own accord, and we hope you guys like, comment, subscribe, and do all that shit for us.
And of course, and check these bands out. If there's a band you want us to review, an album you want us to review, whatever genre of music, let us know.
Put it in the comments.
Yeah.
And all of our information, you can reply to us on Twitter. All that stuff's going to be in the description below.
Oh, you know what we didn't talk about this time?
What?
We didn't bring up the punk, man. This was a pretty punk-free episode.
It was. This time we did. Now you mention it, and I was gonna no punk mentioned in this whole thing, but that's because this album wasn't really all that punky.
True.
That's.
Oh, what do we got next? What's our next video?
Our next one.
We almost forgot to announce that.
We almost announced again. We almost forgot it. Go ahead.
Boom. It is the Black Crown.
The Black Crown.
Yep.
Oh,
we switched. Yep.
When are we doing Backstreet Boys? So that
in May for the 20th anniversary.
Okay. I feel like that's a lot more recent than what I'm leading. I don't know why I'm nervous about that album. That was supposed to be...
That's our only non-metal album.
Yeah. Oh, well. We're doing Suicide Silence's The Black Crown. It's been around for, 10 years now? Almost 10 years?
Yeah, around.
So, Mitch was still in the band, so we're going to talk about that next. I'm pretty familiar with that one. I've listened to it pretty religiously, but
yes.
Go listen to our podcasts. Like, comment, and subscribe, and watch our videos. And hate us, like us, do whatever you want.
Bye.